I'm going to get started so I can let you take over. So this
Okay,
is our
sounds good.
last of our 4-week session where we got a taste of some Greek traditional music. Thank you for those of you that have signed on and stuck it out for the Hellenic-American Cultural Center and Museum. And I know that hopefully we will be doing this in the future because, as we all know, Greek dancing isn't learned immediately in 2 or 3 sessions or 4 sessions, but we got a flavor. So, Joe, I turn it over to you.
Okay, well, thank you, Crisanti.
You're welcome. My pleasure. And I'm going to turn myself off.
Okay, I'm gonna share. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna need to share screen. So let me do that. Okay. There we are. Okay, computer audio share. All right, good. Well, welcome everybody. I hope everyone's doing well. And this is our last of the 4 sessions of beginning Greek dance. I also want to wish everybody a belated by 1 day happy Greek Independence Day, which happens every year on the 25th of March. So if you celebrate or celebrated, Χρόνια σας πολλά, or whatever. Okay, so we have 1 little hour left for our last class. And I'd like to start the session reviewing and get dancing what we've done up till now. And I'd like to start with the dance that we worked on last week, which was the common sirto in 7/8 rhythm, known mostly as Kaloyianides. And I'll write that on again. We worked on it last week, 7/8 rhythm. And it's a 3/2/2 subdivision. So just for a quick review of that, so rhythmically, it is a long beat followed by 2 short beats. But the 2 short beats are a little bit longer than the 1 long beat. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, slow and quick, quick, slow and quick, quick, slow and quick, quick, slow and quick, quick. And the footwork follows that rhythmic pattern, that rhythmic cycle. A quick review of the steps. Most of you should know the steps by now, since we did it with the sirto and 2/4, and now the 7/8 Kaloyianides. So we have 12 steps basically. We start with the right foot to the right. We go 1, back, step, cross, 2, 3, side, rock, step, back, rock, step. 1, side, step, cross over, right, left, side, rock, front, step, rock, back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, back, step, left, right, back, step. Now, those last 6 steps, different people in different regions of Greece might do it slightly differently. So I just showed you a very common, one of the most common ways. The last 6 steps are right, rock, front, step, back, rock. Okay, we did. So that's like just a right, rock, back, left, back, step, and then you start over again. The alternate way to do that also is side, cross back, and side, cross back, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So if you do that instead, and it's your choice, the dance would look like this: right, back, step, left, 2, 3, side, back, and side, back, and side, back, step, left, 2, 3, side, cross back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. What? I did the other one. 1, 2, 3, back, step, cross, 2, 2, cross, side, and step, side, and. So I'm going to put on music, going to warm up my knees. I spent the last 2 days moving almost 20 boxes, heavy boxes of books down a flight of stairs onto a car and then out into the garage. And now my knees hurt. What are you gonna do? Okay, so we'll do a well-known Kaloyianides song, Make Up Tonisa. Here we go. I'll start clapping out the rhythm first. Let me make sure that you can hear it all right. Okay. Good. Now, it's also, I haven't really, because this is basically a beginner class, I haven't talked too much about, how bouncy you can be, how smooth you can be. But that depends a lot on how you feel at the moment, and as well as the dance, the actual music. So, you can dance the Kaloyianides or Seto. You can dance it relatively smooth if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or you can add a little bit more bounce, usually with a sort of a breath before the first step of each triplet. Sort of like a little bit of a step. So you might go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, a little bit of a skip there. 1, 2, 3. If you have more energy, and 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and you can, and then you can smooth it out. It depends what you feel at the moment. Okay. But we won't. Let's try this dance one more time, just for the practice. And I'm going to play a tune, another Kaloyianides tune to Petalakia. That's a little bit more up tempo, a little bit faster in tempo, and see if you can keep up with it. Okay, here we go.
Έλα, πάμε, άντε. Για να βρεις κύρα μου γούστα, πάμε τσάρκα με τη σούστα. Πάμε τσάρκα με τη σούστα. Να κρατάς το χαλινάρι, όλο σκέρτσο και καμάρι. Όλο σκέρτσο και καμάρι. Τάκα, 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 τα πεταλάκια. Τρίγι, 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 τα κουδουνάκια. Τρίγι, 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 τα κουδουνάκια. Τάκα, 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 τα πεταλάκια. Θα τραβήξω με δυο ούζα κι ο ψαρής θα κάνει σούζα. Κι αν δεν πάρουμε χαμπάρι, αγκαλιά θα μας κουμπάρει. Τάκα, 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 τα πεταλάκια. Τρίγι, 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 τα κουδουνάκια. Τρίγι, 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 τα κουδουνάκια. Τάκα, 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 τα πεταλάκια. Θα σταματήσω, τα λογάκι να ποτίσω. Κι αν γουστάρεις μάνι μάνι, θα ξεζέψουμε στο χάνι. Τάκα, 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 τα πεταλάκια. Τρίγι, 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 τα κουδουνάκια. Τρίγι, 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 τα κουδουνάκια. Τάκα, 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 τα πεταλάκια.
All right. Hoping you did well. So many of these dances, interpretation of music depends on melody and on the musicians. So sometimes you find Kalamakianos that are medium speed, some are fast, some are slow. You can get very slow Kalamakiana too. Now, I'd like to go back and just do the dances that we did the last few weeks. I want to switch. Let's try the tsamiko. You all recall the tsamiko, I believe, hopefully. We did the tsamiko, a 12-count tsamiko, which was the most common tsamiko one would see in Greek American functions. So a reminder again, the underlying rhythmic pulse is slow and quick, slow and quick, slow and quick, slow. And the footwork follows this: step, 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 step. In most cases, not in all. Rhythmically, you can think in groups of three, like a even 1, 2, 3. You can go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, from the beginning, I showed you a basic clear-cut way of stepping, and then I did some other stylizations, which are very, very common. So, again, basic samiko, right and cross, right and cross, right and cross, right, swing, left, cross, over, left, swing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, last 2, 3, step and lift, step, crossover, and step and lift, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, side and lift, left and cross, left and swing. Now, if you remember, you can, the footwork can be slightly different depending on what your preference is at the moment. So instead of always just doing a right, left, you can do a look at in between movement where you don't change weight, but you kind of drag the left foot toward the right and touch it and before you step over. So you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right drag step, right drag cross, right drag cross. That's one way, an alternate way of doing that traveling step. And the third way I showed had one step beyond that, was when you step on the right foot for that beginning step of the measure, you kind of immediately rock back onto the left foot, sort of like a rocking step. So you get basically 3 movements. 1 and 2, cross. 1, 2, 3, cross. Right, left, cross. Right, left, cross. I'm just practicing for that. So the stylization. 1, 2, 3, cross. So you go 1 and 2 and 3 and right and lift. 1 and left and lift. Okay. So those are 3 different ways of executing the same footwork. I also showed you a variation of the footwork you can do every once in a while. I don't know how many people picked it up or not. If you don't pick it up, that's fine. It's not necessary to know. It was a popular variation when I was growing up. I don't know if it's done as often anymore. I'll just show it once just to give you a heads up. And if you want to include it, you can. It's totally up to you. So I go right, cross, hold, right together, right, cross, right, lift, left, cross, left, and right, cross, touch, right, left, cross, right, lift, left, cross, left. I'll try that one more time, just in case you want to practice with me. And right, and cross, touch, right, left, cross, right, lift, left, cross. Okay? Good. So we've done that almost from actually we did that the first lesson too. So hopefully by now you're more comfortable with it all. What are we going to play? Let's do Trici Bidas with Milton Stamos and the Gus Valley Orchestra, a 1960s recording from New York.
Τα σπίτια τα ψηλά
Nice. Okay. Now, we also did, before we did the Hellenic-American, on the second week of class, second and third, second week we did it. We did what I just call the Sirtos, mainland Sirto, not island, because the island Sirto is different. Well, there are many island Sirtos, but in general, the way the islanders dance a Sirto and the way the mainlanders dance a Sirto are different. So the mainland Sirto is basically the same as a Hellenic-American, stepwise, except instead of being in 7/8, it's in 2/4 meter. Though there are areas of Greece where if it is in 7/8, they still call it Sirto. So it's a little bit of confusion in some ways, but not really. Basically, it's the same dance, whether it's 7/8 or 2/4. So I'll put, let's see. Why don't we, let's do, since we did it earlier, let's do it again. Let's do Sirtos. One of my favorites to dance to is Vlacha to Karpenisi. Here we go. Mainland style Sirto.
Θύμα βλάχα, θυμάσαι που σε φίλησα. Ήγεμ στο πλατάνο στη βρύση, βλάχα μ' απ' το Καρπενήσι. Και μ' βλάχα και μαρτύρες σε βάλαμε. Πήγε με δυο φύλλα του πλάτανο, αχ βλάκουλα, μα τι να κάνω. Τώρα βλάχαν, τώρα τα φύλλα πέσανε. Πήγε με και ποιος θα μαρτυρήσει, βλάχα μ' απ' το Καρπενήσι. Θα βλάχαμ, θα μαρτυρήσει ο πλάτανος. Πήγε μη κι αυτή η κρύα βρύση, βλάχα μ' απ' το Καρπενήσι.
All right. So, and the first dance I introduced 4, or actually 5 Saturdays ago was a very simple statria. 6 count, 3 measure dance. It's done in either 2/4 meter or 3/4, like a waltz meter, but that's mostly for the Epirus region. We're going to put a 2/4 statria up, and I'm going to show you the steps again. I'll go over them quickly. 3 walking steps, even steps to the right, followed by a touch or a lift, and then step, touch, or lift after that, reverse direction. So, basic step, right, cross, right, touch, left, touch, right, right, cross, left, side, and touch, left, and touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, any of those two places where I did a touch, I can do a lift instead. Okay? I can go right, cross, right, lift, step, lift, right, cross, right, lift, step, lift. I can combine it. I can do one touch, one lift, or vice versa. Whenever I feel like it, I can go right, cross, right, lift, step, and touch, or the other way. It doesn't matter. As far as the touches and the lifts go, more often than not, the first is usually in front. 1, 2, step front, or step front lift. And the second one can also be in front, or it can be to the side and slightly behind. It doesn't matter. So if I were going to do touches, I can go step, touch, front, step, touch, front. I can go step, touch, front, step, touch, side. I can go step, touch, front, step, touch, slightly back. It doesn't matter, okay? And you can do the same thing with the lifts, either in front or side or slightly behind. The other thing you can do, which I didn't really emphasize, is you can almost do a step very much like you see in the Sirto, which is the crossing rock step. So every once in a while, if you feel like you can substitute, instead of going step, touch, you can go step, rock, step, which is a slow, quick, quick. So I can substitute that for a touch if I want. I can go right and cross and right and rock, step, slow, and rock, step. 1, 2, slow, rock, step, slow, rock, step. 1. I can do one of each. Step, rock, step, step, touch or lift. Okay, so you can combine these things. If you don't want to do the exact same step every single time, you have these options. 2, 3, rock and step and lift. Okay, so the rock step takes the place of a touch or a lift. So whereas a touch or lift are two even movements, slow, 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 the rock steps breaks it up to slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. Very much like the Sirto, the ending of a Sirto. Okay, so let us do the simple statria. Okay, oh, what happened to my, here's the list, here we are. All right.
Να παιδό κι ως την πόλη κι ως του γάμου ρε κι ως του γάλατα κι ως του γάλατα κυρά μου φως μου και παρηγοριά μου. Καράβι κινδυνεύει, θέλει μ' πνίγει, θέλει μ' πνίγει κυρά μου, φως μου και παρηγοριά μου. Κι ο νιός που ήταν μέσα ο λίγο ημέρος, ο λίγο ημέρος κυρά μου, φως μου και παρηγοριά μου. Δεν κλαίει ο νιός τα νιάτα και τι λέ μωρέ και τι λέ παιδιά, και τι λέ παιδιά κυρά μου, φως μου και παρηγοριά μου. Μον κλαίει την καλή του, την καλό μωρέ Ποιος θα τη φιλήσει τα μέσα, μωρέ τα μεσάνυχτα, τα μεσάνυχτα κυρά μου, πώς μου και παρηγοριά μου.
Okay. Oops. Okay, that was a statria in 2/4. And I also mentioned that the same steps as a statria can also be done to 3/4 time signature music for Mipiros. We did that, I think, I don't know if it was last week or the week before. Maybe I'll put a little of that on now, just so you feel the difference, you know, with the music. It's the same footwork, the same steps, but the rhythm is slightly different. And this is common in northwestern area of Greece called Epeiros. Okay. Oh, wow, that's forgot. Abrupt ending. All right, now something different. So that last sequence of steps, the basic statria, step, cross, step, lift or touch, step, lift or touch. In many areas of Greece, there's music, usually in 2/4, that takes the same steps and does it in much faster tempo. In that case, it kind of looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, swing, left, swing. Right, swing, left, swing. Okay? Now, there is a dance, a very popular dance called hasapiko, fast hasapiko, slow, medium hasapiko, or fast hasapiko. The slow hasapiko is something else, which we won't get to, at least this series. And it is, oftentimes called hasaposervico. Hasapico or hasaposervico. Actually, let me write this, since this is brand new, let me write this on the board. Let me, oh, okay, I didn't know, hopefully everyone, I'm not sure that everyone got the last things I wrote because I don't know if I was chatting to everyone, maybe just the panelists. Okay, so hasapico / hasapo cervico. And in some areas, for example, up in Thrace, they call the dance hasapia, with the accent on the very end. Hasapico, hasaposervico, hasapia. Now, a lot of you probably know a lot of songs if you know Greek music in this rhythm. And you can do it very simply, just like we did with the statria, but more pivicto, more jumpy, more bouncy, let's say. So if I put on music like that, let's do, oh, here's a song people know. Let's see. Okay, let's try this. Oops, sorry, hold on. Someone said they're not seeing my chat, and that's because I wrote it, but I didn't hit return. Okay, let me do that. There we go. That should pour up now. Okay, so that's what we're up to now. Okay, so obviously you didn't see the other stuff I thought I had posted earlier this evening, but that's okay. So anyway, here's a typical medley of hasaposervico played by a group that was very popular in the United States throughout the decade of the 60s, the Trio Bel Canto.
Τσάρκα πέρα στο παξέτσι φλίκι, κούκλα μου γλυκιά απ' τη Θεσσαλονίκη. Κάπου εκεί στο πεξινάρι σε φίνο ακρογιάλι, να σου παίξω φίνο παγλαμά. Κάπου εκεί στο πεξινάρι σε φίνο ακρογιάλι, να σου παίξω φίνο παγλαμά. Τσάρκα στην Ακρόπολη στη Βάρνα κι από εκεί στα κουτσουρά του Δαλαμάγκα. Μάριγο θα σε τρελάνει, ο πόνος σου θα γιάνει, σαν θα ακούσεις φίνο παγλαμά. Μάριγο θα σε τρελάνει, ο πόνος σου θα γιάνει, σαν θα ακούσεις φίνο παγλαμά.
That's the simplest way and a common way of doing the hasaposervico, which is a very well-known dance. It's a dance more or less associated with the urban bouzouki tradition, more so than with the village traditions. However, what I'd like to do is to show you an older style hasaposervico, and show you the differences. The old style is still found in northern Greece, in Macedonia, in many parts of Macedonia and Thrace, in the villages, where it's a very common dance and can be done much faster too. It is associated with the former Greek population of Constantinople, today's Istanbul, and the surrounding areas. Now, the old style hasapiko, hasapo cervico, has the same counting, the same basic structure, so is there a question? The chat says that someone has a question, but I can't see any hands up because I don't have I'm not on gallery view. So if there's a question at this point, what is the question? I can't see the, can she write the question in the chat, the question, or maybe she can unmute and ask? I don't know. You guys control that, and from there, you know, who can unmute and can't. Anyway, well, we'll get back to that. So maybe she can send the question to one of you guys, and you can ask me a little later. I can't see the question or hear anything from the other end. Okay. Anyway, whatever. Okay. So the older style hasapiko is what I'd like to try to show tonight. So instead of going step, cross, front, step, and the 1, 2, 3, I'm going to go step, behind, step, and. So going step, behind, step, I go out on a slight diagonal from the center of circle. So I'm going step, behind, step, swing, and then step, swing. So go step, behind, step, swing, step, swing, step, behind, step, swing, step, swing, step, behind, step, swing, step, behind, right behind left, right, swing, left, swing. However, that's actually, it's not really the old style. The old traditional style was on the left foot. After you do the first step swing, you step slightly into the center of circle, not back to the left, but into the center. So you're going right, behind, right, swing, in, lift. 1, behind, right, swing, step, and 1, 2, 3, 4, left, and they often brush that step. And left brush, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, step, behind, step, swing, step, brush, 1, behind, step, swing, step, brush, 1, behind, step, swing, step, brush, 1, behind, step, swing, step, brush. And they usually show, unlike all the dances we did up to now, which are basically what I call a W hold, an open arm hold, they usually hold shoulders. So they put your, sort of like you sort of raise your arms like a T, and if you're dancing next to somebody, your palms would be on the person's shoulder, right there, you know, and that's the common hold for this dance. So if I put the music on again, try it with the steps I just showed, okay? So it's going to be a little bit of an in and out from the center of circle out to the circumference of the circle, more so than all the other dances we did up till now. So let's see what I can, if we can do a little of that.
Τσάρκα πέρα στο παξέ τσιφλίκι, κούκλα μου γλυκιά απ' τη Θεσσαλονίκη. Κάπου εκεί στο πεξινάρι σε πίνω ακρογιάλι, να σου παίξω πίνω μπαγλαμά. Κάπου εκεί στο πεξινάρι σε πίνω ακρογιάλι, να σου παίξω πίνω μπαγλαμά. Τσάρκα στην Ακρόπολη, στη Βάρνα.
Okay, so now this dance lends itself to a little bit more improvisation than I've been showing up till now. So one thing you can do in substitution of the step lift or the step swing, you can do a triplet step. 1, 2, 3. Where the rhythm of the triplet step is no longer slow, quick, quick, which we've been doing, but the reverse. It's quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, sort of like a two-step. Quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. So I could go, especially on the left foot going into the center, I can often go right, behind, right, and left, right, left. Right, behind, right, and left, right, left. Right, behind, right, and left, right, left. 1, 2, 3, 4, quick, quick, slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, step, step, step. 1, 2, 3, 4, step, step, step. 1, 2, 3, 4, step. Whenever I feel I can go in, or 3, 4, and then I can just go back to the simple step swing when I want. 1, 2, 3, 4, left swing. 1, 2, 3, 4, left swing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and back to the 1, 2, 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, left 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, left 2, 3. And if you feel comfortable, every once in a while you can do a 1, 2, 3 after the first 2 steps. 2. So I could go right, left, and this is more or less in place. The 1, 2, 3 here is in place. So you go right, left, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Right, left, in place, into the center. Right, left, in place, into the center. Right, left, right, 2, 3, left, 2, 3. Right, left, right, 2, 3, left, 2, 3. Okay, either or. You can do that whenever you feel like doing these things. Okay. So now we're getting a little bit beyond beginner dancing, but giving you a little bit more freedom of choice here. Now the dance can get more complex than this, but since this is a beginner's class, we're not going to. You can do the 1, 2, 3s several ways. I can do cross 1, 2, 3s. I can go right, left, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and right and left. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right, left, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right, left, jump, hop, left, 2, 3, and then I can calm down. But that's going to take a lot of practice. So I'm gonna restrict it on my end to a little bit simpler, and then every once in a while I add a few more flourishes. But don't panic. Just do what you were doing. You don't have to try to copy what I'm doing with all this stuff. Okay, hold on. Let's see. All right. Oh, we use the same ones. Yeah, let's do the same medley. Baksetsi Fliki, Valentina Carrozzeris, and all that. Good question, Madeline. Women can do some of these variations, but not with the tradition. They did it a little bit more low key. The men did the more hoppy and the big swings out. The woman kept it like they did more touches and big swings. And the 1, 2, 3 was more contained. But yeah, up in northern Greece, in Macedonia, Thrace, the women do fast hasapigo a lot. And they do the 1, 2, 3s often too. But the men tend to do, especially at the front of the line, do it with bigger steps and more energy. Okay. All right, so let's get back to music and try it.
Πάμε τσάρκα πέρα στο Παξέτσι Φλίκι, κούκλα μου γλυκιά απ' τη Θεσσαλονίκη, κάπου εκεί στο Πεξινάρι ξεφύνω άκρογιάλι, να σου παίξω πίνω μπαγλαμά. από εκεί στο πεξινάρι σε πίνω αγρογιάλι, να σου παίξω φίνο μπαγλαμά. Τσάρκα στην Ακρόπολη στη Βάρνα κι από εκεί στα κούτσουρα του Δαλαμάνκα. Μάριγο θα σε τρελάνει, ο πόνος σου θα γιάνει, σαν θα ακούσεις φίνο μπαγλαμά. Μάριγο θα σε τρελάνει, ο πόνος σου θα γιάνει, σαν θα ακούσεις φίνο μπαγλαμά. Κομμένα τα μαλλιά σου, σαν να κοροκόριτσο η μιλιά σου. Έχεις κούρσα και σοφάρεις, κι όπου θέλεις ρεμιζάρεις, έγινες και σοφερίνα. Κι όπως πας σε λίγα χρόνια, θα φορέσεις παντελόνια, Βαλεντίνα, Βαλεντίνα. Κι όπως πας σε λίγα χρόνια, θα φορέσεις παντελόνια, Βαλεντίνα, Βαλεντίνα. Αχ, Βαλεντίνα, είσαι μια ποέμισσα σπουδαία, κάνεις τη πιο όμορφη παρέα. Στα μπουζούκια σαν πηγαίνεις και χασαπίκο χορεύεις, ξετρένεις στην Αθήνα. Κι όλοι οι μάγκες σ' αγαπούνε και παντού σε συζητούνε, Βαλεντίνα, Βαλεντίνα. Κι όλοι οι μάγκες σ' αγαπούνε και παντού σε συζητούνε, Βαλεντίνα, Βαλεντίνα. Τράβα, 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 καροτσέρι τράβα, και στο καλαμάκι για καναουζάκι. Ρε δουνιά, και στο καλαμάκι για καναουζάκι.
All right, the music goes on. It's a big medley for another, 5-10 minutes with a few other songs, and then it gets really fast at the end, which I didn't want to get to. And it's hard for me. I was trying to keep it simple, but I put a few other extra flourishes in. I didn't change the basic steps I showed. I just, the stylization of the step, I kind of added on to. So that is an introduction to the old style hasapo servico, the politico hasapico. And if you had a hard time with it, you don't have to do any of those 1, 2, 3s. You can just go right, back, right, swing, left, swing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So it's up to you. All right. So these are some of the most common dances you're going to see in any Greek function that you might be participating in this continent. You have the seto, kalamakino, tsamiko. You have the hasapiko, hasaposerviko. I didn't show the slow hasapiko, sometimes called sirtaki. It would take an entire lesson or two. And I didn't show another very, very common dance, which is the zebekiko, modern style zebekiko, which would take an entire lesson, if not 2 lessons to do. I was thinking of doing it today, introducing you, but then I'd just leave you dangling there because we wouldn't be able to really work it out. And that's an improvised dance done in 9/8 time, I'm sure, a very complex rhythmic pattern. It can be a solo dance or a group or a dance for 2 people or whatnot. Today, more so than in the old days, it's very much a solo dance. It was associated especially with men dancing it, though there are other forms of zebekiko that are a little bit more folksy that you found in certain areas like the islands of Lesbos and among the Asia Minor Greeks. I grew up with a lot of Asia Minor and Mytilene Greeks, and zebekiko was considered one of their own, treasured dances, and they did it almost always exclusively as a couple, 2 people dancing it together. And in the tavernas and the bouzouki clubs in Greece, it developed into very much of a solo dance, as sort of a solo male dance, though in the last 2 generations, women do it as much as men. Anyway, so we're almost running out of time, and I don't know if people had questions or not to ask me about the dances one last time before we, sign off, but or if you want, Cookie put one of the dances back on so we can do it one more time. So does anybody want to, no, I guess not. All right. And did Joanne Buck's question get answered? I never saw her question actually, so I don't know what the question was about. So I know that she wanted to ask a question, but I don't think she had access to putting it on the chat for some reason. I don't know. Okay, anything else? No? Yes? Want to do another dance? All right, okay, so we'll leave it at that. I really want to thank the entire board, or the community of the Hellenic-American Cultural Center and Museum of Portland, Oregon, for organizing this. I want to especially thank Chrysanthi for pushing me into it and for suggesting me as a teacher. And I want to especially thank you who all participated, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's a little bit awkward doing this through Zoom, like any dance thing, but I hope you got something out of it, if not a lot out of it. And hope maybe we can continue sometime, maybe live and in person, who knows. Okay, anyway.
Thank you very much, Joe. Thank you so much for taking the time to host us and teach us all these dances. And yes, hopefully we can be together in person sometime, and you can give us feedback on our steps, because we're all hiding behind our screens now. So
yeah, I didn't see a single person. I mean, I couldn't see anyone dancing.
Well, thank you. And again, thank you, Chrysanthi, and thank you to all the volunteers who helped make this happen. And again, thank you to the audience for showing up. And if you'd like to give us any feedback, if you're interested in doing more events like this, this is what we're here for. So please feel free to get in touch. Our website is above me here too, if you want to learn more about upcoming events. And of course, too, if you'd like to donate so we can keep offering these events free of charge. So thank you all.
Well-worthy organization.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you. Have a good evening, everyone.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.